The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Snap.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Here we go.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, fellas.
Ready to break.
Mike, 8. All day, just like that. Just like that. Watch the shift.
Get it.
On 1st down, it's James. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Watch the shift.
Hey, zoom.
2nd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert 3.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Powers through. And some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I'm going to score.
Boston Scott, 92 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And caught by Cooper. He's got a Jets touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Scott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, get back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking to throw. Reeves trying to lay one up deep. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Big grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
50, play.
56. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, foxtrot. Now.
2nd and 5. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Alpha. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Reeves. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Topper! Fire!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Yeah!
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I
got you. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 29.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 60 or.
55 to Mike. Defense, let's go.
Hey, go.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ready. 18, Gator. Hey, wahoo.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Let's go.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. And
he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You got it. Go. 60 outlaw.
Check.
On third down, it's Scott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Scott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. James. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Back to throw. Reeves. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but it's still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Cooper was the target there.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Charlie.
We got 4.
Throwing again. Reeves. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On the ready.
Mike, 8. All day, baby. All day, baby.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Reeves. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready,
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
22 jump bombers. 5.
To throw again. Reeves. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A final shot before break. Reeves. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He's coming. We got double up.
They go again with Scott, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. Look, squeeze. 60 outlaw.
He may try and run for this, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field, they only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On first down, Scott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now the ball comes loose. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mike 8, Mike 8.
Come on, D.
Mike 8. Mike.
Big River.
To throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
At the 50-yard line.
Ready?
No chance.
Hey, watch the left. Watch the left.
Go.
Take you to school.
Mike 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he comes back with one complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed. And what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Here I come. Here I come.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Five.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Go.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. Looking left side, and it's complete.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the double. Leo.
Cross the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby.
On the ground, it's James. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Kill.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
They're going to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 9-yard line.
So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Fresno.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Yeah, good job,
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And the blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.